All right, so you guys wanted a deep dive into Blake Lively's career, and wow, have things gotten interesting?
It really is something how this, sunny career suddenly runs into this dark accusation, huh?
Yeah, like you almost wouldn't believe it.
Right. And digging through all this, I mean, we've got articles, interviews, even some box office numbers.
I was surprised by some of that data, for sure.
Oh, yeah, it paints a picture, all right, of how it all went down.
Speaking of surprising, here's something I bet most people don't realize. It Ends With Us, the film at the heart of it all. It's actually Lively's highest-grossing film ever.
Now, that is wild, considering all the baggage that came with it.
Makes you think there's more to it than meets the eye, right?
Absolutely. To get the full picture, though, gotta rewind a bit. Lively's background is kind of key here.
Okay, so typical Hollywood kid, right? Famous parents, that sort of thing?
Not exactly. See, she's the youngest of 5 siblings, and get this, all of them are in the industry.
Whoa, 5. I didn't realize it was that many. So basically, Hollywood was like her playground growing up.
Exactly. Imagine actors, directors, that whole scene. It's just normal to her. That level of fame, the scrutiny, most people never experience that, but for her, it was everyday life.
Explains the confidence then. Huh, you see it even in her early roles.
Definitely. Think Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. That's when she really became America's sweetheart, the girl next door image that stuck with her for a while.
And then, boom, those accusations hit, and it's such a jarring contrast.
It really is. But before we get into that, it's worth remembering she's done more than just rom-com.
Right, wasn't there that shark movie, The Shallows or something?
The Shallows, exactly.
Yeah.
She basically carries that entire film facing down a very real threat. Not your typical rom-com queen stuff.
Totally different vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got successful actress, diverse roles, upbringing that practically prepped her for Hollywood drama. How does It Ends With Us even happen then?
Well, the short version is she accuses her co-star, Justin Baldoni, of sexual harassment on set. And not just that, she claims there was this whole smear campaign to, damage her reputation because she spoke out.
Whoa, okay, that escalated quickly. But what specifically are we talking about? What led to the lawsuit?
This isn't just a he said, she said thing. There's detail in there. Like, Lively insisted on this clause in her contract that no nude content would be shown to her on set. Pretty specific, right?
Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder what was going on there.
And then there's the allegations about Baldoni. Apparently, he'd talk about his sexual conquests and make, inappropriate comments about the cast and crew.
Wait, hold on. Comments about people on set. What kind of comments? This is getting kind of uncomfortable.
The allegation.
Sit back and take it.
Right.
She's always been pretty outspoken.
Oh, absolutely. And how she responded to all this, that's where things get really interesting. But maybe we should save that for part 2 of our deep dive.
Yeah, let's give everyone a moment to process all this, because there's a lot to unpack here.
Definitely a good place to pause. Lively's response, it's not what you'd expect. Let's just say that.
All right, well, we'll be back soon to get into that. Don't go anywhere.
So, when a celeb gets hit with something this big, there's usually a playbook, right?
Damage control, I mean.
Exactly. The carefully worded statement, they disappear for a bit, maybe even a tearful apology, that whole song and dance.
But not Blake Lively.
Nope, not even close. Instead of backing down, she kind of doubled down on this whole I forge my own path thing,
Yeah, she's definitely got that strong, independent woman vibe going on.
Completely. And that brings us back to those box office numbers. 300 million. It's powerful stuff. But I also think Lively tapped into something that resonates with people right now. This idea of taking control, not being a victim, rising above it all.
Almost like she flipped the script. Instead of being brought down by the scandal, kind of made her stronger in the public eye.
It's a fascinating possibility, isn't it? I mean, this could have been career-ending for a lot of people.
A big deal.
Oh, for sure. A lot of actors, especially after going through something like this, they look for more creative control.
Yeah, directing definitely gives you that. Different way to tell stories, be more involved.
And a Taylor Swift music video. That's not just anyone getting that gig. Takes vision, skill, and a whole lot of clout.
Maybe this whole It Ends With Us mess, as awful as it must have been, kind of pushed her in a new direction.
What doesn't kill you.
Right. Seems to have made her even more determined to do her own thing.
Makes you wonder what's next, huh? She's handled this whole thing so unexpectedly. Where does she go from here?
That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it?
Career, but now what does it all mean for Hollywood itself?
Exactly. And one thing that really sticks out to me is how power works. In Hollywood now, it's like Different than it used to be.
Oh, for sure. Social media's changed everything. One tweet can go viral. Suddenly, everyone's got an opinion, whether it's informed or not.
It's like celebrities have all this access to their fans, but also one wrong move, and it's all over the news.
Double-edged sword, for sure. But in Lively's case, she kind of used that power to her advantage, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, she took control of the narrative, didn't let the accusations dictate her whole career.
And it worked. I mean, that box office number, that's not just luck. That's people actively choosing to see her film.
300 million globally, that says
Yeah.
something, right? Like, maybe the accusations didn't matter as much as we thought they would.
Yeah. Maybe audiences are getting smarter, more aware that there's two sides to every story.
Or maybe they're just over the whole cancel culture thing, like, people are allowed to be flawed doesn't mean their work is bad.
That's the separate the art from the artist debate, but amped up to 11.
It makes you think, what's next for Hollywood? Will we see more of this, where the scandal doesn't automatically end careers?
I think so. As people get better at thinking critically, not just believing every headline, it'll be harder to take someone down based on rumors.
It's on us too, though, right? To be informed, to actually look into things before forming an opinion.
100%. Can't just rely on sound bites and social media trends to understand complex issues.
That's what I like about these deep dives. It's a chance to, really dig into the nuance, not just skim the surface.
Exactly. Lively's case, it's messy, it's not black and white, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
Which is honestly how most things are in real life, right? Not everything fits into a neat little box.
And that's okay. Lively, she challenged our ideas about how celebs should act, made us think about Hollywood's flaws.
But bigger than that, it's a reminder to be thoughtful about the information we consume,
Oh, for sure. This whole deep dive, it's been about going beyond the headlines, understanding there's always more to the story.
And that's something we can all apply to, everything, not just celebrity gossip.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's Blake Lively, a career that's defied expectations, and a whole lot of questions we're still grappling with.
So keep thinking critically, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep into whatever interests you.
Because there's a whole world out there just waiting to be explored.
That's it for our deep dive into Blake Lively. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, stay curious.